Good night, everybody. I am Elsye Titihalawa. I will host a podcast with our resource person, Mr. Herbert Klein and Peter Klein and friends. Let's listen together. Info kejadian Kota Merauke. Good night, Mr. Herbert. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Excited.
Okay. There are several things I want to ask.
Nice.
What is your purpose in going to Merauke?
Sorry?
What is your purpose in going to Merauke?
So I've come here to Merauke to meet the deaf community. Come here. That's the first time someone's been here. They've never met a deaf person before.
Okay, thank you. Since when has the deaf community been established in the world?
Yes, so we have short deaf history. I think we can go back to the 1200s. And they have history from Spain. There's written books, sign language that's documented there. And so from that we have information, lots of history throughout Europe. We have education in deaf schools. For the first deaf school set up, and that was in Paris, in France. And that was in 1970. And that they started doing sign language there and then. And that was the deaf education program to learn to communicate through sign language, in reading and writing. And that at that time, from then until now, there's been many deaf people that have gone throughout the world.
Okay, what is the importance of the deaf community?
So, the most important thing for the deaf community is because of their culture, their language, the similarities that they have through their own native language. They're going out to the communication visually, and have the same emotions, the same minds, the same culture, and they can share these ideas to give people more confidence and more empowerment. Without the deaf community, deaf people can't do things like that. So it's important to have a strong deaf community and have links and keep supporting each other. Here in Papua, and they have their own community. We can share ideas and share culture, to the different communities.
Okay, what activities have you done in Merauke?
So I've done some training, some training, and that's linked to mental health. And also, we've done some research as well. So, like self-rating, like online, and that's like short for SRQ from the government. So psychological assessments there. And then the government, because they've never had the opportunity to research about the deaf community. So there's lots of research in the hearing community, but not so much the deaf community. So my role as the first time is to do some research, do interviews, and learn from deaf people of their own lives here in Merauke.
And then, after going to Merauke, what is your response to the condition of deaf people in Merauke?
So it's really interesting. So when I first arrived here, the people of Merauke, the community were very frightened and scared. There's no, they never met, thought that English people were bad people and cruel and powerful. I was really shocked. I couldn't believe it. So the first time I met people, they were really nervous. I didn't know how to sign or communicate, so we were gentle, we took things slowly, and we tried to gently just make people feel more comfortable, breaking barriers, and there was people were the same, deaf people were the same, different, the language of the cultures, the back and forth sharing of ideas. You can see when people were frightened, they became more and more open. After 3 days, So yeah, it was hard work, but they're happy now. It's really worked well.
Is it necessary to build a deaf community in Merauke?
Yes, yeah. So Merauke doesn't have any other, support for the deaf community. We have Gerklin, and that's the Indonesian Deaf Association. That supports deaf for the community here. And that's for all of Indonesia, but not necessarily for Papua. There's nothing here. So that will be reported to Gerklin. We know why isn't there anything here? Why isn't there any support here in Papua? The community here. You can have their campaigns that they have through the government, but Papua there's nothing like that. So I'm hoping that the deaf community can start to grow and develop.
And then, is there any input for the regional government for deaf people of the deaf community in Merauke?
So did you mean from the government? You talk about the government?
Yes, government.
So it's funny. When I first met deaf people in Merauke, there was no, association with the government at all, nothing like that. And then when it was SLB, so the SLB school that I went to visit, I met the head of SLB. I met the head there. It was a little bit confrontational with them. They had to be strong, and it's a strong voice. And they got it. They got the message and realised that it was the first time they'd met, a really strong voice person from the deaf community, and that was then accepted, and they're organised to meet, an education in the government today. This is what's happening. What's happening this morning. That was the first time. I had to force myself to use my voice and sort of stand up, and didn't seen that before. I'd never met a deaf person that's like that. They had no idea how to use interpreters, for example, or how to communicate with deaf people. And they've been trained to learn about deaf people. I was like, why are you in here in a specialist school? But if you don't know anything about the deaf community or deaf people, and so SLB, I'm really thankful for their support, and they were able to bring this together. And I hope that the deaf community can meet, the education and sort of services that can, help their life experiences. That's really important for me that they have a voice and encourage them to tell the others what it's like for their lived experience. If there's no work, no support, nothing like that, and if they live alone, afraid, frightened, isolated at home, then socials can be hopefully a bit more aware and a bit wake up a bit to, the use in the future. And it really did make me angry that after the law, that deaf people weren't allowed to go to work. I was like, what? I couldn't believe that deaf people weren't allowed to go to work. If it's not, yeah, I agree with it. There's different, have like glasses, or, then deaf people can't work. I was like, what? It doesn't make any sense. So hopefully that can change the law and, put it as discrimination.
Okay, and then hopes for the deaf community and deaf people in Merauke.
So I hope that deaf people, when they come here to Merauke, that they can work with hearing people in the community and share ideas, share cultures, and I'm hopeful that hearing people will learn the language, that they can learn that to develop the relationships between people and can that spread out to the different communities and support them. I want to see deaf people have more confidence that they can communicate with anybody hearing, and hope that they can have more, learn more sign language and become interpreters, which then will be better for access for everybody.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for the valuable submission. This means a lot to deaf brother and sister in Merauke.
But what was the question, sorry?
Thank you for the valuable submission. This means a lot to deaf brother and sister in Merauke.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I agreed completely.
Kami
Thank you very
sangat.
much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the interview. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, sister and brothers. Untuk teman-teman semua yang menyaksikan live info kejadian Kota Merauke, malam hari ini kami sangat bersyukur dan berterima kasih karena luar biasa sudah hadir bersama-sama dengan kami di sini. 3 narasumber yang begitu istimewa, dengan keistimewaannya bisa hadir di Merauke dan juga peduli terhadap saudara-saudara kita yang tuli, dan ini merupakan kebahagiaan untuk kita semua. Iya, jadi kita berharap untuk pemerintah Kabupaten Merauke maupun pemerintah yang ada di Provinsi Papua Selatan dapat memperhatikan dan mendorong komunitas tuli yang ada di Merauke, Provinsi Papua Selatan, sehingga teman-teman tuli yang ada di Provinsi Papua Selatan Merauke dapat memiliki wadah dan mereka juga dapat mengembangkan minat dan bakat mereka, sehingga tidak ada lagi diskriminasi. No discrimination, tidak ada diskriminasi, tidak ada penolakan, tetapi kita semua adalah saudara, sehingga kita dapat membuka ruang dan wadah untuk saudara-saudara kita yang tuli dapat bersama-sama mengembangkan diri dan mengisi kemerdekaan Republik Indonesia menuju Indonesia Emas tahun 2045. Terima kasih untuk semua yang telah menyaksikan live info kejadian Kota Merauke. Dari tempat ini saya Elsye Titihalawa beserta Bapak Herbert, Bapak Peter, dan juga Kakak Muhammad Afdal, ya, Davi. Pamit undur diri, kita akan berjumpa lagi dalam diskusi-diskusi berikutnya. Oke, selamat malam. Bye-bye.